Hey, what is going on, everyone? Squirrely here. Thank you so much for joining me as always. In this video, we're going to follow up with a series that I didn't forget about. I didn't drop the ball. Some of you guys have been asking me, hey, what's the next video in my Change My Mind series? And this is it. We're going to be talking about spawn camping in TF2 because for some reason, people have such strong emotions about this. They think it's just BM, it's bad manners, it's horrible, it's disrespectful, it's mean, it's cyberbullying, or they're cussing out their teammates for being so bad they're letting this happen, or they rage quit, or they're just, insulting the other team, or whatever. It's like, for some reason in TF2, and this is not unique to TF2, this could be any game, Halo, Call of Duty, getting spawn camped is not fun. And so it brings up a lot of angry, negative emotions. But in this video, I want to take the most unpopular side, and that's the whole point of this series, is take the unpopular stance, kind of the devil's advocate, and see if I can change your mind. With anything in life, there's always two sides of the story. Just because you saw the headline, or you saw the news thing, or your friend told you this is what they think, or this is what they believe, doesn't mean anything. So you got to be able to argue both sides, look at things clearly, be objective, and then make up your own decision. So in this video, I'm going to argue that spawn camping is not a big deal. It's okay, and actually it should kind of be promoted. So with anything, if you're going to pick a side, you're going to argue for something or against something, say you think spawn camping is fine and it's totally cool, it's chill, who cares, or you're saying this is ridiculous, any experienced player should never do this, and it's, just disrespectful and bad manners or whatever, you have to kind of agree on, okay, well then what is spawn camping? Is it a dead ringer spy who keeps going to your spawn and taking out your teleporters? Because he's just playing spy. That's how you play the class. You got to get behind enemy lines and do stuff like that. Or is it the stinky jumper demo who's jumping all the way to your spawn, taking out your tellies, or killing your medic and jumping away? Is it the engineer who got behind enemy lines, had a sneaky teleporter, now he put a sentry in a spot where it's killing your team as they come out of spawn? So what is it exactly? And I think what most people get negative reaction is that if there's one enemy in your spawn, not a big deal, you can take it out. But if there's half the team is in your spawn, or there's a demo with a medic in your spawn, or whatever it is, eventually there's a threshold where we go from, okay, this is just silly or stupid, or I can kill this guy, to this is unfair, this is not fun, this is my spawn, you shouldn't be here, this is unfair, this is no longer balanced. So you kind of have to agree on what you consider spawn camping. So I'm not going to pick a specific definition of what I think it is, because it's different for everybody, but I would agree, or I would say that most people agree, it's when like a team is steamrolling another team and you push them all the way back to your spawn, and you have at least a handful of people who are kind of trapping them in spawn, like they can't get out of the doors. That's how bad it is. So I would say that is spawn camping in my definition. Something you also have to consider is why certain things give you certain emotions, whether it's happy or sad. You unbox an unusual, yay, you feel great because it's unexpected and it's a positive, it's something that's rare, has value, it's worth money, so that's great. Spawn camping gives you a negative effect because it's like, this is unfair, this is also unexpected, I thought I was safe here, I don't want to be steamrolled, and people just take it really personal. For whatever reason, sometimes people just take being spawn camped so personal, like this guy is doing this to me on purpose, he's trying to ruin my game, he's trying to make my team rage quit, he's trying to make me mad. It's like, no, they're just playing the game. And keep in mind in TF2, especially in casual, you got 12 on 12, it's just chaos. You have one team, the players are running a lobby and they're running pocket classes and power classes, and the other team has like 6 spies, or one team is laggy and the other team, has a lot more experience. For whatever reason, it could be unbalanced teams, whatever. There's so many different factors where one team has an advantage over the other, so you're never going to get a perfectly balanced playing field. Ever. Even at the highest level of competition, there's always some level of unbalance for so many different reasons. So spawn camping isn't a personal thing. It just means one team, for whatever reason, is being pushed back into the spawn. So that I think will help. Don't take it so personal. A lot of times in the chat, people get like upset at me and call me out for spawn camping. It's like, dude, I'm just playing the game. What do you want me to do? Just like wait for you at the first point and then fight so it's fair? Like, I'm trying to win. You're trying to win. You're going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes. If I can push you back in your spawn, then I'm going to do it. Spawn camping is nothing new to TF2 or unique to TF2. It could be in any game, but definitely this is something that people forget, that spawn camping also happens at the competitive level. Even at the highest level, there is spawn camping in different games. Definitely in TF2, if one team is being spawn camped, it might not be for like a long period of time, might be very quick. They spawn camp, kill the medic, and run away. But it's letting them know that we're being punished. We're losing, we made a mistake, too many players died, or we overextended, or whatever it is, and now you're being punished because the enemy team was able to make it all the way to your spawn. So that is a learning chance for them. The same thing goes with casual. It's a learning chance to say, okay, they're overextending, we're being spawn camped, something's not right here. And that's where I think it really changes from being upset, thinking it's unfair, arguing or cussing out the other team or cussing out your own team for letting it happen, to think about, okay, we're being spawn camped, what can we do about it? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like being on the underdog team. I like the solo queue a lot, and since my rank is really high in casual, I've been playing for a long time, I will often be put on a team with like 5 or 6 new players, like completely new to TF2, like no Steam profile picture, 20 hours of TF2, stock everything. So I kind of like that challenge because I often get put, due to my rank, against like a lobby or like 2 lobbies, and they're going, you know, full out. They're going competitive mode, pocket medics, power classes, you know, only healing their friend, whatever it is. So it's, for me, it's more rewarding to help that team because otherwise they're going to get spawn camped. So if I join a game and we are getting spawn camped, the first thing I think is, can I take care of this myself? Can I switch class? Can I counter whoever's spawn camping us? Maybe that means going pyro or engineer short circuit or going soldier and chasing down someone. Whatever it is, if I can take care of it myself, I just deal with it. Switch class, kill the person, switch class again, help your team out. Go medic. A lot of times it just ends up being go medic. Just build Uber and spawn. Sometimes that helps. But I think it's important to remember too that more often than not, when I just start communicating with my team, being a team player, being a leader, whatever it is, being more assertive and directing people to try different things to help out, we almost always push out a spawn and win. Like, it's such a more glorious and fun victory knowing that you overcame all the odds, you pushed out a spawn, and it happens way more times than you would think. Now, sometimes your team is hopeless, of course, and you want to leave, then just leave, right? I don't blame you. Sometimes you have 4 AFKs, a bunch of people with no sound, laggers, some griefers. It's like, you know, this team is not worth it, whatever. I understand that, but I'm talking about the games where people are trying. You have new players on your team, and they're actually trying. They want to do well. They just don't know yet because they're new. So that is your chance. If you've been playing TF2 for a while, help them out. Be a team player. Be a leader. Say, hey, dude, engineer, can you go to short circuit? Spam the door. Then we're going to push out. Or, hey, pyro, can you clear those stickies? Can we get a heavy medic? Let's build in the corner because they're shooting stickies in this corner. Let's go hide in the corner and then push out together. There's been so many games where I'm either spawn camping or being spawn camped, and it looks like the other team has given up, and then all of a sudden, whoa, like the floodgates open and their whole team surges through, and you die, and you're waiting for this long respawn time, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna win, they're gonna win. You spawn once, and the whole enemy team is on the cart, and it's like, boom, now they just won. They didn't give up, they persevered, they pushed through, and it makes for such a more fun game, so much more of a glorious win for both teams, because no one likes to steamroll, no one likes to get steamrolled. It makes it more fun to fight through it. Spawn camping is just natural. It's part of every game. It's a competitive advantage. So, long story short, most people just have negative views of spawn camping when it's happening to them. But when they're doing it, or if it's a close game, or it's a really, you know, a back and forth match, it's really competitive, or the skill levels are about the same, you're going to do everything in your power to get that edge. And maybe that includes spawn camping the enemy team for just another 5 seconds so you can capture that point, or push the card to the pit, or whatever it is. So it only affects people usually when they're on the receiving end of it, but think about it as a tool that you're going to use to get an advantage because you want to win. And some people are super, super competitive. Even if it's 12 versus 5, they're on the team that's stacked, they're going to spawn camp. Even if the enemy team is clueless noobs with no hats, they're going to spawn camp. Some people are just like that. Now, personally, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to be that crazy about, you know, stomping a bunch of new players with unbalanced teams, you can. Personally, I start to feel bad, and, you know, when I die, I'll go to a goofy class. I'll go to like Huntsman or Soldier or Fat Scout or Melee only or something, because it's just not fun to steamroll new players. But technically, if you want to spawn camp them and teach them a lesson and, you know, whatever it is, you could do that. I'm not going to hold it against you. Spawn camping is a normal part of every game to get a competitive advantage, and that's all that it is. Alright gamers, well that's going to wrap up episode 4 of this series of spawn camping in Team Fortress 2, and let me know, did I change your mind? Were you the kind of person who thought it was evil and messed up and bad, you know, and people should never do it? Or were you already on my side of the camp, understanding that, hey, it's part of the game, it's a competitive advantage, it means you got to change it up and fight back a little bit harder because you shouldn't be getting spawn camped? But let me know down below what you think. I will also link you guys to my Steam group. That way you guys can join, never miss a new video or a giveaway and all that kind of stuff, because I do want to do a celebration giveaway, maybe even some Q&A when I get to 20,000 subs, which would be awesome. Thank you guys for the support, and maybe talk about some things that people have been asking about, investing, real life stuff, whatever. We can get to that once we reach that landmark. But for now, thank you guys for joining me as always. I hope to see you in game soon. Either I'm going to be spawn camping you, or maybe you'll be spawn camping me. And yeah, keep a lookout for the next video. Let me know what you would like me to talk about next. Alright, peace.
Oh boy, it's on. Oh boy.
Wait, what's on?
Friendly fire.
Oh god.
Oh, it can heal friendlies and hurt them.
What does an arrow do?
An arrow heals you. Here we go. Oh, Pyro can't do it.
I don't get user from my own players.
Oh, I thought there was a spy, just you two fighting.